La Cuesta Encantada, the Enchanted Hill. It is known to most tourists simply as Hearst Castle. When William Randolph Hearst began construction more than 70 years ago, he was building the largest, most expansive private estate in North America at the time. He would erect the monument on the hilltop of a 250,000-acre ranch purchased by his father, George Hearst.
Camp Hill, which is the location we're at today, was the place where the family would come and camp every year on wooden platform tents. It was a comfortable sort of camping, but Hearst wanted a more permanent edifice.
He hired a young architect named Julia Morgan to design this colossal shrine to the Hearst fortune. It took nearly 30 years to complete. Some historians believe Hearst built it less as a monument to himself, but more to his mother and her love of art and architecture. It stands today as a treasure hall of both. It was at one time a playground for the rich and famous, movie stars, athletes, politicians, aviators, business partners, and anyone else who was a friend of Hearst.
In the early 1930s, Ignace Paderewski, who was a resident of Paso Robles and former president of Poland, was a guest here at this estate, and I've been told was a guest here numerous times.
Guests were free to play tennis, swim in one of the elegant pools, or roam the ranch during the day. But evening activities centered around the dinner table. Guests would gather in the elegant dining room where they could spin tales about the events of the day and perhaps enjoy one of Hearst's favorite meals, like hot dogs. This is Hearst's Gothic study, his office, where few guests were invited and where he spent quiet time getting down to the business of running his media empire. At the peak of his career, he owned 26 newspapers, 13 magazines, 11 radio stations, and a film company. Hearst died in August of 1951. He was 88. The general public would not be invited to his castle until years later when it was turned over to the state in 1957. Since that time, millions of visitors have walked the guided tours while their imaginations wandered to a place tour guides can't take them, to a vision of what life must have been like decades ago for those who lived and played on the Enchanted Hill. Jeanette Trompeter, KSBY 6, Action News.